If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't forget body sensations. Each of our infused products helps with muscle soreness and stiffness, achiness and fatigue, and even restless leg syndrome. They're also great for relaxation and stress relief. The Body Zen line is a must-add to your self-care regimen and a favorite among the chronic illness community. Place your order today by texting or calling Nikki at 424-390-2785. That's 424-390-2785. Zelle or Cash App is accepted.
In you get her, on the curve and gray Chicago moon, another little baby child is born. In you get her, in you get her.
She call me Long John Wobble-legger, cause I give her Long John and leave her wobble-leggy. She from the West Coast, you know that Parker favorite. She love to kick it, but got goals, soccer day. And if I said that you was whack, it's just an observation. Just like I'm looking through a scope at the constellations. Eternal flow question is, how can time decay it? Violent natured, hope versus abomination. My mind a mainframe, proficient when compiling data. Super cool, they ask if me and Fonz related. I'm still looking for a spot where I can park my spaceship over their head when I use words like consternation or ostentatious. Logic is my occupation. Pasta taster, lobster with the garlic flavor. They got a fire D'Antoni before I watch the Lakers. The flow is topicless, I'll hit you with the knowledge later. Rappers never had to deal with this amount of data, so when I write I need a compass and a calculator. Open a book, take a blank page and populate it with a lot of phrases, anecdotes, and honest statements. Flow, did he bop with an ambassador stroll? Pour a glass full of Jack with a splash of that coke. For enough cash again, but put your staff in the throat. Splat on her nose, you might have to pass her a note. Why do niggas love you more when your casket is low? But when your ass is broke, niggas start to vanish in smoke. And I used to ask mom why dad wasn't home. It became clear years later, dad was a hoe. We all want the fast cars and fashionable clothes. Some get illegal, some stash gas in the cold. I can't judge you, I got fam and fancy parole. Apologize to the fans that can't dance to my songs. Some say he a mix of Fergie and Jesus. No shoestrings when he chooses swerving Adidas. Wrote the King James version, gave you words to believe in. Mike on the flag, I pledge perfect allegiance. Straight to hellfire with these serpents allegiance. It's stressful, make niggas roll purple and chief it. Teachers didn't tell me that Greeks was learning in Egypt. Felt like my black skin didn't deserve eliteness. Put me on a track, I stay murking the feature. Park my spaceship, I visit Earth and then Venus. Sharks in the water, you better snorkel and beat it. My girl going ape, she wanna slurp my Chiquita. Spread her like butter, I get the urge to just beat it. Very humble, though the last words you heard were conceited.
Everybody stay calm. I can handle this, no problem. I know how to deal.
License and registration, please.
What seems to be the officer problem?
Won't you give my homeboy his change?
I don't want any trouble. Just get out.
I can't stand y'all.
I feel
Yeah.
What you say about my mom?
Yeah.
You feel sorry for who?
I don't want any trouble. Just get out.
What the fuck you say about my mom?
I don't want any trouble. Just get out.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Nut. Broadcasting live from everywhere. I'd like to present to you Nice Rockwell, Colombo Black, Mr. Rockwell on the beats, Colombo painting. Once again, broadcasting live from everywhere. This is DJ Nut. We gonna get right to it. Big up Dada. What up Stroll? Big up Battle Cat. Tri-State, Planet Asia. Iron Sheik, what's up? Star. Glasses Malone, I see you my nigga. Spider Low. Omar, my cruddy click, 1420 on my ATL niggas. Long Beach, what's up? New York, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. Buffalo, stand up. Portland Ave. Cross Atlantic, Nutty Block. All around the world. The UK, Jamaica, Haiti, Germany. But this is live from everywhere. DJ Nut. Nice Rockwell.
Nice Rockwell. DeLorean music.
I like this on rock. Hey, Stro, I told you I was gonna open up. Raised in Nutty Block, no gang affiliation. Pops left home, but I was too young for it to make sense. Mama loving me and Compton wasn't peaceful. This was the 80s and drama wasn't ceasing. Uncle doing bad, he was tweaking on Greenleaf. Wet cigarettes, he wouldn't even cheap them discreetly. In this house, me, my mom, aunt, and granny were in it. We didn't have a lot, but we knew that family was plenty. Mom enrolled me in Catholic school to keep me out the elements. Every night the sirens would scream, police would never rest. Never had the urge to succumb to the streets. Nevertheless, I had homies that banged. Some of them were my bestest friends. A couple of them got shot, the rest is in the pen. Keep your chin up. Time passed, I evaded the nonsense. Graduated from high school and then I went away to college. First time I left the shelter of home, I had to settle alone. Look mama, how I managed to grow. Got to Atlanta, party hard and had to stay an extra year in school. The greatest times of my life, those years were pivotal. Majored in English, studied classics from the greatest minds. I never thought that I'd be making rhymes.
For instance, one guy, we locked him up July 14th. We locked him up again July 22nd, and then I think different guys locked him up again August the 6th. The same kid, 13 years old. I mean, this kid was coming in here with $500-600 in his pocket each arrest.
He told us what was going to happen to him. He said, what are you going to do with me? I'm 13 years old. You're going to put me in the youth house with the older boys? What's going to happen to me?
This beat made me feel like I'm paragliding through a canyon with the wind blowing through my hair if I had it. Staring from my vantage point, you would see how miraculous nature is. Look how we've killed and tainted it. Anyway, paragliding continues, aeronautical venues. An eagle just passed me up, it's scary cause he big, few have done this. I look down on the cheetahs as they huntin'. Hyenas wait patiently for the crumbs they love. I gotta be more careful, more fearful, almost hit a redwood, but kept a cool head and now I'm here good. It's sunny and gorgeous, it's fun to be soaring. I don't wanna come down. Now I'm navigating the waves and rapids. I'm the bravest bastard. In case you asking, fam, nature is active. Back to rafting. Always move forward and backwards. More splashing. This sport done made my forearms more massive. I love nature. That's how this beat make me feel. Nice Rockwell. Colombo Black. Soar the skies.
Hey y'all. Hey. How y'all doing? Welcome to Gems and Jam Show. Thank you so much for popping in. Going to the top of the chat. Welcome, Queen Prize. Mod Queen, hold it down over there on YouTube. Welcome, Rodown. Mod Queen, Birthday Girl, hold it down over there on YouTube. All right, you guys, we're going to get started. Right now, we are listening to a throwback. DJ Nut presents the nice tape, Nice Rockwell and Colombo Black. All right, we're listening to that right now. While I go ahead and get our laughing queued up in the background, all right? That's what we're listening to. Bear with me, y'all. It won't take long. Y'all know Instagram and, yeah, all this extra stuff to sign in. Thank you to everybody watching for real. Please hit the follow button on Twitch. Please hit the like button. You know what? I'm just going to let her tell you. If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't like, subscribe, and share. If you choose to share, please make sure that you place in your captions adults only. Hey, Andy G. Welcome, Queen. Thanks for popping in this evening. All right.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
Let's get it.
Just try me, baby, if you can find love.
Secret Corona parties.
Nice
Cause I wanna give some
DeLorean music.
to you, baby.
Secret Corona parties. Why? We just stopped heating the warnings and organized them. We handing out masks at the door. Secret function. Here's an address. Keep that on the low. Pour the Hennessy, lift the glass and toast. If we hear one single cough, you getting yacked to go. We probably shouldn't be here. When everybody locked inside, we seeing that the streets clear. Facts. Got the Budweiser smoke to you hot. Hand sanitizer flowing like wine. Nobody call the cops, we wanna do this next weekend. Don't be acting like you ain't know this was a secret. And please stay home if you obviously sick. Unless you got the vaccine, then you can party again. Don't wanna catch cabin fever quarantining. I miss you guys, Panama Joe's on the weekends. Splendid times. I'm serious, it was fire.
If you can find love.
Secret Corona parties.
Cause I wanna give
It's probably best to stay home.
to you, baby.
Secret Corona parties.
Just try me, baby, if you can find love.
Secret Corona parties.
Cause I wanna give some.
It's a fantastic album, man.
All the lounges and clubs, we would sit and vibe. Sip on the couches, the DJs would get it live. See how the moments do, they seem to just skip and fly. So what we supposed to do is hard to just sit inside. Corona party in a hood near you. And if you sick, stay outside, get a good clear view. It's going down, make sure you bring your mattresses. Might wanna stay home if you got asthma, kid. And in the meantime, we gon' get it started. Don't tell nobody about the Rona party. We wanna stroll in the venue, but probably shouldn't be here, cause Rona is an issue. My mask on, avoiding all the particles. They tryna see what time to party on? Screw it, you can come free, the vodka is ample. But if I hear one sneeze, then you gotta skedaddle.
Just try me, baby. If you can, find love.
Secret Corona parties.
Cause I wanna give some, oh, to you, baby.
Secret Corona parties.
Just try me, baby. If you can, find love.
Secret Corona parties.
Cause I wanna give some, oh, to you, baby.
Keep it a secret.
Let me borrow it. No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
Peace, baby. Peace.
And that was Secret Corona Parties by Colombo Black. That song is produced by Nice Rockwell. Okay, you guys can find that at colomboblack.bandcamp.com. There is such a big, large catalog. Don't miss out. There's a song for every mood. I don't know how he's still going. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with our laughing. It is time to get into our laughing, okay? Y'all know I saved the good stuff for you. Y'all know I know what's up. Welcome to Gems and Jam Show. This is the part of the show where we laugh, okay? We giggle. We get it off our chest. We forget about whatever bothered us this morning, this afternoon, this weekend, whatever happened, didn't happen right now. We chilling, all right? So let's shake it off. Y'all ready? Here's our laughing for tonight. We've got a good show. Please stick around and welcome to Gems and Jam Show.
Let me do it again from the top. How about we try another beat, like a trap beat, something hard? No. 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 Real gangster. When I run up on you with the strap, give up the purse, the wallet, the shoes, the keys, the watch. If you don't, I'ma have to hit you up with the K, the shotty, the hammer, the Drake, the Glock. We gon' hop up in the whip and we gon' slide up on these rats, these punks, these cats, the foes, the odds. On a run from 5-0, 12, the cops. If I find out you snitching, then you get popped. Riding in the Benz with the strap, 9mm on my lap. Say you gangsta, that's cap. In the strip club throwing stacks, MVP with the pole. Moving these keys on the road. I be trapping it, clapping it, moving it, making her play with it, cook it up like the way I stir it up in the pot. Let me do it again from the
Yes, Miss T. Yes, it's funny time. I can't. But I'm going to do it again.
Let me do it again from the top. How about we try another beat, like a trap beat, something hard? No. 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 Real gangster.
Hey.
When I run up on you with the strap, give up the purse, the wallet, the shoes, the keys, the watch. If you don't, I'ma have to hit you up with the K, the shotty, the hammer, the Drake, the Glock. We gon' hop up in the whip and we gon' slide up on these rats, these punks, these cats, the foes, the odds. On a run from 5-0, 12, the cops. If I find out you snitching, then you get popped. Riding in the Benz with the strap, 9mm on my lap. So you gangsta, that's cap. In the strip club throwing stacks, MVP with the pole. Moving these keys on the road. I be trapping it, clapping it, moving it, making her play with it, cook it up like the way I stir it up in the pot.
Let me do it again from the top. How about we try another?
Shimmy. All right, y'all. The caption on this says, "What did I just saw?" That's already wrong. What did I just see? What have I seen? I don't know what I just saw. What did I just saw is already wrong. It's already wrong. Already wrong with a K. Let's see what happens when we click it.
Welcome to the...
Oh, hi. Welcome, Prize. I thought you ran off on us, sis. Don't run away. Don't run away. We're only getting started.
Welcome to the candy shop.
Yeah.
Hey, get it? Get it? Where they going with that stuff? Strut, walk. That's me, Caitlin, and Rope, strutting our stuff for the Lord on Sundays. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how we strut our stuff for the Lord every Sunday. All right. Quick interlude from Columbo Black.
Yeah. Skills still appeal. Damn. This life has to be about more than the duffel chase. I still stop to smell the flowers on those summer days. The devil once offered me the world. I was unamazed. The greatest wealth is a peace of mind. I give my mother praise. Life is spooky. Hold your boo close. Everything that glitters ain't, maybe it's fool's gold. The clock never really cared about us. My Uncle Lou gone. I miss my Aunt Lucille. It was me that she dropped those jewels on. Listen, I don't have a heaven or hell to send you to. I am uninterested in any of your religious views or political, cause most likely mine's are gonna differ from yours, and for you I guarantee it'll be difficult. Be careful who you tell the truth to. They'll tell you keep it real, but that's really not the truth. Tell your homie that does music that is music trash, and watch what happens. Honesty is such a cruel mistress. Prolific author, I be compilating. Single mama, damn right, I was a Compton baby. Skill still appeal, the collective that's been holding down the last couple of summers. Plus we'll have the ones that's up and coming, yeah. I wish you long life and lots of riches, yeah. I spent some cold nights concocting scriptures. The art hasn't evolved, it just lowered the bar a bit. And it really doesn't take much to be a star. Just how much are you really willing to compromise? And that's why my alter ego is a mockery of the modern times. That's neither here nor there, pardon my braggadocio. The burden of a robust machismo. We gon' puff this pre-roll, kill the roulette table out in Reno. I'm most frequently spotted in casinos. Arm in color Audi. What would all these squadrons do without me? My yacht out on the ocean.
All right, to respond to my sisters in the chat, you guys would be surprised. You guys would really be shocked how broad the hip hop and R&B culture is across the world. A lot of people, they do it because they see it. They seen it in videos, they seen a magazine, something. They get the music, and a lot of places, not just Africa, but a lot of countries listen to rap songs and R&B and don't understand English. But they're listening to the songs because they like it. They feel it. So that hip hop culture, the way we dress, the way we dance, our swag and stuff, it carries over. It's the same as theirs gets to us. A lot of our dance moves very African. But you'd be very, very, very surprised, you guys, how broad the hip hop culture is. That's why a lot of artists pick up, instead of signing the labels and stuff, a lot of rappers end up going overseas and making the bread. It's a lot more money that way too, and the money is theirs. Less control, and they have a fan base. A lot of them don't even understand what the hell these guys are saying, but they love them. They want to dress like them. They look like them. Yeah, baby, it's everywhere. The wig craze then carried over too. Praise the internet. That's all I gotta say. All right. In lieu of birthday month, it is birthday month. And again, happy birthday, Rose. Rose's birthday was on Saturday. It is just Monday. And we were both celebrating birthday month. She is a Pisces. I am an Aries and Aries. If you have an Aries friend, don't stoop to our level. Because, yeah, this for real. This is accurate. Yeah. Don't even try to stoop down here. Don't come down here. Okay, I seem nice. Whooped a lot of ass, especially with words. Now this song is fire. That song was fire. I appreciate when he has a message. I appreciate all of them, though. I like the food songs, too, but you got to listen to him on a full stomach. Prize kids always know how to disrupt our chill time. No, they all right. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Come on in here and sit down and listen because Auntie about to tell the news. They heard me.
Zodiac sign when they take a mugshot.
Face forward, turn around, and you don't have to look so mean.
Oh, no, I'm not looking mean. This is my regular face. But hopefully I get out of here soon because I got to go to work tomorrow. This photo going to follow me for the rest of my life. So I want to make sure it's a real fierce, and get my good side. Like we can do it. Wait, I wasn't ready. I'm not moving until you let me take it again. Another charge, but I ain't did nothing. And I'm ready to take my mugshot because, bitch, I did it. No, because he tried me. And when you try me, I'm going to try you. Just look at you now. You in the hospital and I'm in jail. Oh, well. The lighting that you guys have is very unflattering. I was paying attention before I came up here. I looked at that because the lighting should be on this way. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. I did it good because I be practicing. Mugshot, oh my God, but I didn't do it. I want to go home. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing now. Guess it's my turn. Yeah, no, I love a good mugshot because that's proof that basically I had a good night. You see what I'm saying?
3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Come on, man. We can't use that.
Oh, come on, man. Keep it. Don't be like that. You can keep it. I'm very patient and I'm very practical. My bell gonna post very soon. I'm gonna be out of here. So I'm gonna take this little picture. I don't care. Let's go.
Maybe you should wash the blood off your face.
Oh, no. This not blood. This barbecue sauce. Y'all seen some ribs before I got locked up. It was good. Ooh. If I'm about to take a mug shot, understand somebody did something to me.
Stop talking and look forward.
Wait, hold up now. Hold up, partner. You better watch your tone. Yeah, I'm in here. I get another charge. I ain't scared. I'm already in here. All right. Let's get this over with. All right. I was framed. You think if I did something, I'd get caught? Hell no. Let's get this over with.
Man, you scary as where that music come from?
Okay, let's get this over with.
It's your first time, I see.
Listen, brother, I don't got time for the small talk. Keep all that. All right? I'm not interested. Let me just take my picture and get up out of here. All right? And I wasn't trying to bring no bad vibes, but right now, I don't give a okay? Come here, I'm about to take my mugshot. No, Mr. Picture Taker, man, you don't understand. This is crazy. No, this is crazy. Where you from?
Would you shut up?
Shut up. Oh, my God, you so rude. Oh, my God. Oh, I got an attitude now. Whatever, let's get it over. Take the picture. Bye.
Zodiac sign when they...
Oh, my God. The accuracy, especially Scorpio. Scorpio, damn right. Scorpio locked up. Scorpio done got framed. Hey, if you did something, if they did something, they sure ain't getting caught. Woo, honey. He is hilarious. I love him. Miss T, sis, you know if I got to get away, I'm calling you. You already know I'm calling you when we got to get away because we going to get away. You ain't getting caught. That is accurate. You're not getting caught, sis. I'm going with you. All right, please remember that each and every single video played here and will be played here at Gems and Gem Show is played under fair use, okay? Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Me scurrying away from gloomy, pessimistic ass vibes. Yes, absolutely.
Baby, I ain't tryna act like I don't need you. I don't mean to. Melodies play in my head when I see you. Bad bitch in lingerie and it's see-through. Says she.
Wait a minute, Sugar Free. That wasn't even dope when the mime was in. Like the puppet and the mime. You're still not doing it. Sir, stick to the rhymes. Stick to the rhymes. Stick to the rhymes. All right, you guys. I frequently ask this. I'm going to need you guys to follow Come Get This Commentary. Follow Come Get This Commentary on YouTube. You can also find her on Twitch. You can also find her on Instagram. You really want to follow her on YouTube, and you really, really want to follow her on Instagram because Kiva got the funny honey, okay? She got it. You really want to follow Come Get This Commentary. Most of the queens and people that rock with me already follow her because we like the same people. So please. She always told me I don't have to do this, but yes, I do because I love you. So here we go. Follow Come Get This Commentary. Find her on YouTube. Find her on Twitch. Find her on Instagram. And this is hilarious.
I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. I just had some bitches and I made a lip lock. I just took a piss and I seen codeine coming out. We got purple activists, I thought it was a drop. Bitch, I'ma choose the dirty over you. You know I ain't scared to lose you. They don't like it when you tell them the truth. I'd rather be realer than you. I had to make me a cop, now I called a contractor to make me a spot. I sold the dope out your house, now you come to my house, I got dope on the couch. You know I don't fuck with no rumors. Rockin' red bottoms like the Pumas. Got these meds on me, I'ma do them. I take these pills and I'm having a thrill. Taking prescriptions, a hell of a feeling. As for the Zanny, I never forget it. Got 'em begging to call up my phone, trying to have a menage. Gotta put up the cash game to stay in the house, cause it's too much to hide. With the 4
bars,
and I gotta pay up the rent, I was too far behind. Fucking 2 at a time. Fucking 2 at a time. Had to do what I had to do, get where I'm at. No, I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. It's a lot on my mind. It's a lot on my plate. But I never complain. I was working the weight like I came out the gym. I never did train. Put the girl on the train. Strapped a bird on the back, now she came back with change. Hey.
Skirt, skirt. Skirt, skirt. He look like I'd rather give you my Ben Gay. Miss T. He's showing so much energy, wasn't he? He was just sitting there. Oh, Lord. If he's white chocolate, what is this?
Hey, Bill Jean, not my love. Oh, she's just some girl who can that I am the one. But the girl is not my son. She said I am the one. But the girl is not my son. Bill Jeans, not my love. Oh, Bill Jeans.
Oh no. Oh my God, the dance moves, not the dance moves.
Hey, Bill Jeans.
So, I mean, that is not Timu Michael Jackson. That is Wish. That is definitely somebody ordered some MJ from Wish. And that's what they got. Everybody quiet. That is a mess. Just a mess. Not Indian generic Jermaine Jackson. Lord have mercy. That's a lot of Indian generic Jermaine Jackson. I'm not playing with Ro no more. I'm not playing with Ro no more. He's unaliving a classic, girl. Buried that thing. All right. You're on thin ice. And here's Aries and Sagittarius. AliExpress, Billie Jean.
Hey, Bill Jean, not my love. Oh, she's just some girl who can let I am the one. But the girl is not my son. She said I am the one. But the girl is not my son. Bill Jeans, not my love. Oh, Bill Jeans.
Why is his haircut so patchy? Why? What is happening? What is happening? All right, you guys. Here we go. One more time. I'm going to remind them. I don't know who I got to remind, but I'm going to remind them folks, the people that keep messing with us about this, them folks. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Look, we tell the news, and we're definitely going to post criticism, and I'm quite sure they're going to comment after we see this.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House. I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Good job.
I agree. Child, what was that? Of all the audacity, that was more racist than them coming out and being racist. I don't know what else to say. I'm flabbergasted. That's the word. Boggled, bewildered, bamboozled, stunned, astonished, flabbergasted. What was the damn point? No, we not. Let's go burn down the Red House. What the hell? Why we going to go get some furniture from them? Set that thing on fire. Why he sound like Charles Barkley? I'm done. And here we go. How to screen record. This is our last for the laugh-in.
The man was sick of being overweight and wanted to lose some fat. He calls the company and orders their 5-day, 5-pound weight loss program. The next day, there's a knock on the door, and there stands a beautiful 19-year-old babe with a sign around her neck that reads, "If you can catch me, you can have me." Without a second thought, he takes off after her. A few miles later, he finally gives up. The same girl shows up for the next 4 days. On the 5th day, he weighs himself and saw he has lost 5 pounds. He calls the company and orders their 5-day, 10 pounds program. The next day, there's a knock at the door, and there stands a beautiful, sexy woman with a sign around her neck that reads, "If you catch me, you can have me." He does his best to catch her, but couldn't do so. The same routine happens for the next 4 days. On the 5th day, he had lost 10 pounds. He calls the company again to order their 7-day, 25 pounds program. The rep asks, "Are you sure? This is our toughest program." He replied, "Absolutely. Haven't felt this good in years." The next day, there's a knock at the door, and there stands a huge, naked, muscular guy with a sign around his neck that reads, "If I catch you, you are mine." He lost 30 pounds that week. Bruh. The man was sick of being overweight and wanted to lose.
Red House might have a nice end table or a nightstand or something. What? Ro going to the Red House and we can't stop her. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Well, that is it for the Laugh-In this Monday. We did 41 minutes. We almost, the Laugh-In was long today. But guess what? I ain't gonna do y'all like that. We're gonna go ahead and do the full show. Let me go ahead and get our articles pulled up. We're going to go ahead and do a full show tonight, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching Gems and Jam Show. If you're new here, you've never seen this show before, maybe you breeze by like, ooh, what's this? Let me tell you. We start with our Laugh-In. We have structure. We have our own structure. We have our own way that things go. All right. So what you do is nothing. You kick back, you chill, and you chop it up with us. What we do is we have our Laugh-In, which we just finished. We go into U.S. world news, science, and technology. Then space news has its own segment, and we end with entertainment. That is the entire structure of Gems and Jam Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Stick around. We're getting into U.S. and world news. Please do whatever your buttons do on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm Too Persuasive, queen of this channel, a couple of other channels. Yeah, I got a lot of channels. Titty Queen, queen of almost everything vulgar, and I prefer only the company of adults. If you're not a grown-up, get out.
If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't
Always remember to keep the trigger warning with you at all times throughout Gems and Jam Show. Welcome, Lord Shadow, First Night Prince of the Realm, King of the Moderators, hubby to all of my avatars. Guy who is at work right now popped in on his break. Thank you, Shadow, for popping in. Appreciate you. No, Miss T, no. I'm scared too. I'm with her. We are not going to Red House. Y'all are a mess. We just getting started. All right, keep the trigger warning with you at all times throughout Gems and Jam Show. Let's get into our first piece of news. Judge, according to this article at CNN.com, a judge temporarily blocks efforts to deport Palestinian activists who helped lead Columbia student protests. Underneath this photo, it reads, Mahmoud Khalil stands out the gates of Columbia University campus in New York on April 30th, 2024. This was last year, you guys. Oh my goodness, he's headed home early. Well, oh wow. Okay. When you get here, since you have a new device, you have a new apparatus, what we'll do is we will drop the link so that you can come and co-host. Ego, I'm so happy to see you, Knight. You're not in trouble, but I need you to do me a favor. If Raw is still running, I need you to, oh, it's over? Okay, because I was going to say I need you to take over the stream so that we don't crash here. If that's over, I'm good. We good. I can get Netflix out of the other monitor. Thank you for running Monday Night Raw for the nights. If there are any nights watching and you guys are in Discord, please remember that Ego hosts wrestling on Monday and Wednesdays, and he also does movies in between. Okay, you guys? Thank you guys so much for participating all over the place on all the platforms I participate on. Ro is still talking about Red House. She says, we a bunch of haters. At least Red House shows they are racist out in the open and not hiding. Ego saying hi to Shadow, and Shadow saying hi to Ego. And okay, Raw is over. Yeah, I know. I just exited out. Thank you so much, Ego. If you'd like to run the movie after this, you can. I'll be over in my friend's server running a movie there. So if you'd like to pick up in our house, you can. Okay. So let's get back into this. Judge temporarily blocks effort to deport Palestinian activists who helped lead Columbia student protest. A federal judge in New York has blocked any efforts by President Donald Trump's administration to deport Mohammed Khalil, a Palestinian activist at Columbia University who was arrested Saturday night until a conference Wednesday, according to a court document. It is unclear whether he will appear in court on Wednesday, quote, to preserve the court's jurisdiction pending a ruling on the petition. Petitioners shall not be removed from the United States unless and until the court orders otherwise, the Monday filing said. Khalil, who helped lead Columbia's student protest movement demanding a ceasefire in Gaza, was arrested Saturday night by federal immigration authorities who said that they were acting on a State Department order to revoke his green card, according to his attorney. His arrest is the latest in escalation by Trump, in which he calls the first arrest of many to come to crack down on pro-Palestinian demonstrations on college campuses. And comes days after he vowed to deport foreign students and imprison agitators, quote unquote, involved in quote unquote illegal protests. Oh my God. On Monday evening, hundreds carried signs and they marched through lower Manhattan and called for Khalil's release. Khalil, who completed his work on his master's degree in December, was at the forefront of the student-led anti-war movement at Columbia University last year. He was among those under investigation by a new university committee that brought disciplinary charges against dozens of students for their pro-Palestinian activism, according to the Associated Press. Why can't I talk? Quote, ISIS arrest and detention of Mohammed follows U.S. government's open repression of student activism and political speech, specifically targeting students at Columbia University for criticism of Israel's assault on Gaza. Khalil's attorney, Amy Greer, said, quote, the U.S. government has made clear that they will use immigration enforcement as a tool to suppress that speech, end quote. Khalil is currently being held at a detention facility in Jena, Louisiana, according to a source with direct knowledge of the case. His lawyers asked the court to issue an order reversing Khalil's transfer to Louisiana, which they argued in the filing undermines the court's jurisdiction and his access to legal counsel and family. Wow. Khalil emailed interim university president Katrina Armstrong the night before his arrest to request her help in securing legal support and other protections following what he described as, quote, dehumanizing doxing campaign against him, end quote, according to court documents. In the email, Khalil said people were falsely labeling him as a, quote unquote, terrorist threat and calling for his deportation. CNN has reached out to Columbia University regarding Khalil's request. Attorneys for Khalil also detailed difficulty reaching him after he was transferred to Louisiana. Uh-oh. Now they can't find the man? Although it's not yet clear what he has been charged with, Khalil's arrest appears to be among the first actions following Trump's promise to deport international students who joined the protests against Israel's war in Gaza across college campuses last year. Legal experts point out once there's an allegation, the person who has authority to revoke a person's immigration status, such as a student visa or green card, is an immigration judge. Green card holders have broad rights and legal residents of the United States. They have broad rights as legal residents of the United States, including the right to work and protection by all laws of the United States, the person's state of jurisdictions. The State Department declined to comment on Khalil's case, noting visa records are confidential under U.S. law. A mess. a mess. Okay, moving forward, y'all. We're still in U.S. and world news, okay? Los Angeles County DA opposes resentencing request for Menendez brothers and accuses them of lying about self-defense. We watched that Netflix movie, was it last week or the week before? And now all I'm seeing is him Lyle getting his wig snatched off. I don't know if I can read this story because it's playing over and over in my head. Are they hiding him? Is he injured? Has something happened to him? That's scary. That is always scary. If you lose someone to the system and you were able to reach out to them, but they transferred them somewhere and now you can't reach them, that's scary. All right, so here we go. Where is Bree so she could talk about that man's wig? I'm still tripped out that was bolted into his damn head. Why did he have screws in his forehead for a wig? They were rich enough to get hair club for men. All right, let me stop. Underneath this photo, it reads, Lyle and Eric Menendez sit in court in December 1992 alongside their attorneys Leslie Abramson, left, and Jill Lansing, right. The hair, Leslie's hair. I guess the wig in the movie was accurate. Look at her hair. His mama was the real gangster snatching his wig. All right, so here it is. District Attorney Nathan Hodgman announced Monday that he would not support Eric and Lyle Menendez's efforts to be released from prison because he believes that they have maintained decades-long lie and that the 1989 murders of their parents were committed in self-defense. Hodgman asked the court to withdraw a resentencing motion filed last year by his predecessor, who had advocated for the brothers to receive a sentence that would make them eligible for parole. The court can still proceed with a resentencing hearing scheduled to begin March the 20th. Oh boy, 10 days. Hodgman's opposition threatens to capsize the strong momentum that has driven the brothers' latest bid for freedom. We're going to pick up on this. It'll be way after the 20th. I will probably not be streaming until around the 24th. I'll be leaving on the 19th. I'll be back here on the 24th, so I'll probably be streaming on the 25th. Just to let you guys know, the show's going to pause for about a week, for about 5 days. Hodgman called the self-defense claim fabricated and said the brothers have displayed lack of acceptance of responsibility for their murderous actions. He urged the court to consider what he said was a string of lies told during the trial and maintained over their 3 decades behind bars. The district attorney's office is prepared to proceed forward with the hearing on court's initiation of resentencing proceedings for the Menendez brothers, but we are requesting that the prior district attorney's motion for resentencing be withdrawn, Hodgman said in a statement. The brothers, who are serving life sentences without the possibility of parole, launched a 3-part legal effort in 2023 seeking their release. A request for clemency to Governor Gavin Newsom, a petition for an adjusted sentence that would allow them parole, and a call for a new trial based on claims of new evidence. But each of these efforts was made under Hodgman's progressive predecessor, George Gascon, and Hodgman has so far taken a more restrained approach. Hodgman last month announced he also opposes the Menendez's request for a new trial and resisted claims from the brothers that new evidence of sexual abuse by their father had arisen since their trials in the 1990s. The lady with the Velma haircut, that is the other lawyer, Jill Lansing. She was the assistant. She was more seen like an assistant in the movies. So he's resisting claims that they're saying that there were new evidence of abuse and things were going to come out in the next trial. He's resisting those claims from the brothers. During the high-profile murder case, the brothers first claimed that they were innocent in the shotgun killings of their parents, Kitty and Jose, that at their manicured Beverly Hills mansion. But during their trials, the brothers admitted responsibility, and the lawyers argued the siblings should not be convicted of premeditated murder, claiming their pair carried out the killings. Excuse me, I'm reading this, because they feared for their lives. Eric and Lau testified that they had endured a lifetime of physical and sexual abuse by their father and believed that their mother was aware and chose to do nothing. Hodgman has previously said he believes evidence to corroborate the abuse allegations is extremely lacking, and on Monday said his review of the case showed the killings were premeditated and not the result of a threat from their parents. We're going to see how this plays out. Got a new DA, and he is not having the shenanigans. He's not having it. Moving forward, keep the trigger warning with you at all times throughout Gems and Gems. We are absolutely still in U.S. and world news. Hang on, stick around. New York fires 2,000 prison guards who refuse to return to work after wildcat strike. Remember, we reported last week and the week before that the prison guards were striking. 2,000 of them lost their jobs as a result. Isn't that crazy? I think they're staying locked up too. But it was crazy to me last year when they were campaigning to get the Menendez brothers off. I thought that was wild because, I mean, hey, come on, man. Come on. Just come on. All right, so here we go. This article is at the Associated Press. We're going to read underneath this photo. Correction officers greet each other during a shift change at Auburn Correctional Facility in Auburn, New York, on the first day back to work after the strike ended on Monday, March 10th, 2025. New York fired more than 2,000 prison guards on Monday for failing to return to work after a week-long wildcat strike that crippled the state's correctional system. They said enough officers had come back on the job to declare the illegal work stoppage over. Quote, after 22 days of an illegal strike, the governor and I are happy to report it is now ended, end quote. Commissioner Daniel Marticello said during a virtual press briefing. The state and the guards union struck a new deal to end the strike this weekend, but it was contingent on at least 85% of staff returning to work by Monday morning. Although the number returning fell short of the 85% goal, Marticello said the state would honor the deal's overtime and some of their provisions. Okay, sis. He said the National Guard will remain in a place at prisons in a support position while the department undertakes an aggressive recruiting campaign to attract additional employees. About 10,000 security staff are available to work in prisons across the state, he said, down from 13,500 before the wildcat strike. Quote, termination letters have been sent to over 2,000 officers who remained on strike. Officers and sergeants who did not have pre-approved medical leave and didn't return by this morning 6:45 a.m. deadline have been terminated effective immediately, end quote, Marticello said. Well, the strike was supposed to be over. They didn't take their asses back to work. What happens when you don't go to work? You're fired! Sorry. Had a moment. All right, moving forward to U.S. and world news. Who is Mark Carney, the crisis handling former central bank governor turned Canada's next leader? Canada's next leader is a relative political newcomer coming instead from a decades-long career in finance where he steered governments through major global crises and periods of upheaval. Experience is experience he's hoping now to leverage as he prepares to take over from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. It's an unorthodox background that could potentially stand Mark Carney in a good stead as Canada seeks to counter looming economic confrontation with its giant southern neighbor, U.S. President Donald Trump's trade war. Carney was elected on Sunday to lead Canada's Liberal Party into the next federal election later this year. While he has never run for elected office before, rumors have swirled for years about it and when he might foray into politics. Speaking on Monday to reporters, he added that the transition between Trudeau's premiership and his would be seamless and quick, but did not give an exact date for when he will take office. The Liberals have been courting Carney for more than a decade as he advised Trudeau on Canada's economic recovery from COVID-19, but the banker turned politician did not make his official entrance until Trudeau announced his resignation in January. All of his competitors were sitting politicians. Carney is the unusual situation of becoming Canada's prime minister without holding a seat in parliament. But before all that, he was born in Fort Smith, the Northwest Territories, and raised in Edmonton, Alberta. His parents were both teachers, and true to Canadian roots, he played ice hockey as a goalie growing up. He then came to the United States for a degree in economics at Harvard University before pursuing a master's degree and doctorates in economics at Oxford University. His career was similarly globe-trotting. He spent 13 years working for Goldman Sachs, traveling between the firm's offices in London, Tokyo, New York, and Toronto, according to a profile from the Bank of Canada, which he joined in 2003. Looks fine on my end. Everybody doing okay? Can you guys hear me well? Are you guys catching the article? So basically, Canada has a top tier businessman as their prime minister now, okay? So they're literally just letting the rich run the country. And now Canada is following suit. They said enough of crying on camera, Trudeau. Hey, I don't know what's happening with the world. Something's happening in the world. Obviously, we have moved on into our world news segment of U.S. and world news. Volcano eruption in Guatemala forces hundreds to evacuate. Always keep the trigger warning with you when you're watching Gems and Jam Show. We keep saying that. We frequently remind you because you need it. Guatemala's volcano of fire erupts Monday as seen from Altenango, Zacatepec. I ain't reading that right. Department of Southwest Guatemala City. I obviously didn't read that one right. Guatemala's volcano of fire is erupting and authorities have evacuated nearly 300 families while warning that another 30,000 people in the area could be at risk. The eruption started overnight. There is no immediate report of casualties. The 12,300-foot high volcano is one of the most active in Central America. It last erupted in June 2023. The volcano spewed gas and ash far into the sky on Monday, leading authorities to close schools in the vicinity and a key road connecting communities. Underneath this photo, it reads, Pope shelter in Altenango on Monday after the eruption forced them to evacuate their village. I hope Canada doesn't back down to orange too, because this is something definitely wouldn't be right in the milk if that happens. Right now, they aren't reporting any casualties. They didn't mention any injuries, but I'm going to read a little further down. Claudine Ugalde, Secretary of Disaster Agency, said some 30,000 people, more or less, are at risk in these jurisdictions, and they're trying to have them evacuate or self-evacuate, she said. The biggest danger from the volcano are lahars, a mixture of ash, rock, mud, and debris that can bury entire towns. A 2018 eruption killed 194 people, left 234 missing. Isaac Garcia, age 43, a resident of El Porvenir, on the slopes of the volcano, had a tragedy in mind when he and his family decided to heed authorities' warning to evacuate early on Monday. We were a little worried because a few years ago the volcano became active, Garcia said, referencing the 2018 eruption as he spoke with the mask to protect against the falling ash. He came to a shelter open in San Juan Altonego with his mother, wife, and their 3 children, as well as other relatives. The volcano is 33 miles from Guatemala's capital. The flow of volcanic material is weak to moderate, but expected to increase, Guatemala's disaster agency said on Monday. So they haven't mentioned any injuries or like that, but there have been no fatalities or casualties. But there has been a volcano that erupted in Guatemala. Prayers for the people of Guatemala. Prayers for the people in the surrounding villages of the volcano. I hope not. Shadow, you still here or you just got home? Y'all want to test it out? Let's test it out. Let me see how I'm going to do this. Shadow, if you are home now, if you are ready, I'm going to need you to check Discord. I see you green on Discord. Check Discord for your link. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We are moving forward in our U.S. World News to our final article in this segment. All right, Greenland votes amid Trump invitation to join U.S. Here's what to know. Hey, Ago. Hopefully Shadow's home or anywhere, somewhere around, because he'll be able to co-host throughout his segment. We could test his new phone to see if it works. He can't escape or make any excuses anymore. Greenland votes to admit Trump invitation to join U.S. What to know. Now, nobody told this person to be talking without me. Y'all know how I feel about that. They just don't start without me. This video here will be played in fair use.
While much of Greenland is onto an ice sheet that takes up almost sort of 90% of its area, if not, around, it is also home to people that may be scattered in communities, settlements and towns across this vast landscape. But for them, Greenland is their home. It's not just a nature reserve for some global environmentalist. It's not just a resource frontier for some big business outside with extractive industry interests. Greenland is their home. This is where thousands of years they have lived. They built their livelihoods, an economy based on traditional industries like hunting and fishing.
Government of Greenland has this delicate dance that they have to perform right now between maintaining relationships with Denmark, its former colonial ruler, which it is still economically dependent on, receiving $700 million roughly annually in direct financial transfers and administrative support, and this new superpower to the west that is all of a sudden asserting itself with extraterritorial threats. And so this strategy is still being fleshed out as we go along, how the independence question factors in to these two poles coming from either side of the Atlantic. And one thing that is abundantly clear is that the Greenlanders are not interested in simply changing ownership from Danish rule to a new U.S. Ownership model.
Well, you guys know that I've already been saying for a couple of years now that Elon Musk is Lex Luthor. Elon Musk is definitely Lex Luthor. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys exactly who he is when he's with Trump. Question. Why does he want Greenland? I'll tell you, Pinky. To try and take over the world. He seems like a taller individual. I wouldn't have expected him to have this type of Napoleon complex. At this point, love is just about world domination. You can't tell me otherwise. Is there a fly in here? You can't tell me otherwise. I'm trying to tell you. I do not understand. Now, while we're here and I've got a question. I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to let you guys answer. Which one's Pinky and which one's the brain? Question. Which one is Pinky? I'll tell you who I think Pinky is when y'all put the answer in there. Which one is Pinky? Trump or Musk? Which one? Which one is Pinky? Hmm? Hmm? Both of them. Andy G said both of them. Both of them. Absolutely, honey. Yes, I agree with that. Both of them. Trump is Pinky to me. I think Trump is Pinky. Lex Luthor is the brain. Y'all right. Y'all right. Stop flying around. What is the fifth? What? Close the damn door. I was trying not to say nothing. I was trying to be professional. I don't like insects and bugs and stuff like that. Don't do that. Get from around here. All right. I was trying to talk a little bit and wait for Shadow to jump in, but he didn't even answer. Wait a minute. Well, hello, sir. I just saw your glasses. I saw you on the camera.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we back. Are we back? I heard him perfectly. Where did he go? Why did he leave me? Bring your ass back here. It was working. It worked. Get back. Why? Where'd he go? Where did he go?
I think it's working.
Yeah, it was working. It's working now. Can you hear me? It was working then.
Yes,
It
I
is
can hear
working
you.
now. I was getting all excited. I said, "Oh shit, we back? We
I hope
back?
so.
Am I tripping, y'all?
No,
Is this my co-host?
looks like I'm back.
Looks like Jim's and Jam Show is back. What?
Hasn't clicked off yet, so I guess we're good.
He'll be back. It's just updated though. It worked. It worked. Okay, I heard him say, "Oh, it's updated." In the meantime, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching Jim's and Jam Show. Please hit the button wherever you at.
If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't forget.
We're getting into the shadow segment, and yeah, it's about to go down. Lord, Shadow, I'm trying to tell you, okay? I'm going to need you to be careful about getting YouTube videos, okay? We're also on YouTube, so I don't want no copyright strikes and no problems. Please, y'all, at this channel, please don't strike me, okay? We're trying to use your video in fair use. What we're going to do is, I'm going to drop the link to this video in the chat. We are back, Queens. We are here. He left again. Where the hell did he go? I'm not about to do this. Girl, I lived in Texas for years. I know they got bugs. They really do love me out there, too, especially them mosquitoes. They take turns at being pinky in the brain. Andrew Jackson from my home state was the worst president in USA history. But we were celebrating Shadow's return. And he left again. So maybe he's got updates, stuff. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever. So, yes, sis, thank you so much. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, trying again.
All right, zooming in 3, 2, 1.
The core reason people are so interested in humanoid robots today is the promise of a truly flexible robotic solution that can switch between tasks and applications in a way that we just haven't seen before in robotics. The world was built for humans, and The huge promise of humanoids is that they will be able to enter into those human-built environments and immediately add value.
The previous generation.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're worried about them taking over, but we'll listen. Okay, listen. My sister's already about to tell us to run because she's not having it. I don't know what y'all think is happening here, but yeah, we like our lives. We okay. We didn't need them. We good.
Of Atlas was able to do a lot of really athletic things, from running around, jumping, flipping, and so on. And so that made it a really interesting research platform for us to explore the limits of whole body control. But there are some downsides to hydraulics as well, right? They're very complex, they're quite expensive, they're difficult to maintain, and they're messy. Right? Our old lab used to have a thin coat of oil on it at all times. And we got to the point in our humanoid development where we realized that using the battery technology that we developed on the previous generation of Atlas, and by building our own electronic actuators, that we could build a humanoid that was strictly faster, strictly stronger, and more compact, and less messy. Just manipulating objects is something that people spend very little time consciously thinking about. We've had an entire lifetime of interaction with the world to train our control system so that we know how to predict what's going to happen.
I'm not sure if I like the legs turning around like that. It's kind of creepy. Just the way its body moves. It's cool when you watch it in a movie. It's awesome if it's far away from me. But they're really talking about putting these into mass production and having robots all around. Like the world is going to have to adjust to this. We have enough adjustments to make. A lot of us don't handle change well. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? It's not time. Like, do this after we're gone. I ain't want it.
And we know how to send commands to different parts of our body in order to achieve manipulation tasks. Robots, by and large, do not have that wealth of experience. And part of the exciting work that is happening in AI and that we're doing ourselves as well is trying to use the rich data sources that we are generating now from all of our robots, whether they're deployed out in the real world, whether they're in our labs, or whether it's being generated in simulation, in order to train models that have a similar ability to generalize and a similar ability to error correct when trying to do fundamentally new manipulation tasks. And I think that's one of the places where I would expect AI to significantly change how we perceive the capabilities of robots over the next couple of years.
Okay, so listen, my perception of the capabilities of robots is just this. I expect a robot to be capable. Like, computers are supposed to be smart. They're supposed to be faster than the human brain. Okay, like, I get it. Now, I'm not questioning the capabilities of the robots. I'm questioning the intent. And we asked last week why we had a front flipping robot on the channel, and look at us. Another one, sis. A whole different robot, too. That thing can't be knocked down and stay down. No, ma'am. I mean, if we throw water on it, will it short circuit? I mean, what's going to happen there? Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook. Wow, I see y'all. Thank you to everybody watching on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Please do whatever your button's doing, whatever platform you're watching on. We're getting back into this.
Sequencing is a logistics task in the automotive manufacturing world that was created in order to allow manufacturers to produce many different customizations and variations of vehicles.
Sequencing has commercial value, but also from a research perspective, from a building blocks perspective, has a lot of the complexities that we think are necessary to be able to develop general purpose manipulation robots.
The sequencing process is taking thousands and thousands of different variants of parts and putting them into the specific order in which cars are going to be produced. Making sure that the cars can be...
I'll rewind a couple of seconds so that we could be on top and know what the hell we watching when we come back to this. But hey, thank you, sis. Shimmy for a cash app. Hey, shimmy for a cash app. Hey, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the tip. Hey, gotta get it. You gotta get it. I gotta get it. Shimmy queens.
Y llegó el Tao Tao.
Thank you, Prize.
No kick, no kick, no pop, slap, hit, come back. All right. Quick, walk,
Okay,
hit it.
Okay, Shadow, no problem. We're still in our first piece of science and technology news. I said I was going to run it back just a little bit so we could catch on and be in the right spot. I didn't mean to interrupt this lady, but thank you, Prize. Thank you, sis. Thank you for the cash app.
Thousands of different variants of parts and putting them into the specific order in which cars are going to be produced, making sure that the cars can be produced more quickly and more accurately than they were before.
For this task, we've given Atlas a basic description of the end state that we want. So we have this output dolly that needs to be filled with engine covers in a particular order. And we've also given it a description of where it can look to find those engine covers. Once it has this, it basically goes in order of the output dolly. So it picks, say, the first slot in the output. What kind of engine cover do I need? And then consults where can I find that? And then it goes and tries to pick it up from there. And if it can find it, it proceeds. It has that kind of basic description, and then it has a description of the kind of whole architecture of the task that we provided, and then it puts those two together to do the sequencing.
Atlas has cameras, mostly in the head, and with those cameras, it perceives the fixtures or containers that it has to interact with, not just the one in particular where it has to extract an object or insert an object, but all containers around it so that it can map its footsteps to avoid collisions, for example. And then at the same time, it also sees objects. It has an idea of the object that it's going to manipulate, and with that mental model, it sort of uses directly RGB cameras to estimate the pose of the object and then equally track it over time.
Sometimes it knows that it's successfully put in place. So it knows that it's failed if it starts pushing and senses that it's not being able to move the cover the way it wants to.
Okay, now I was taken back by that because the way his head jerked back and that body movement, that's what I do when I mess up too. I for real jump back like that, like, oh snap, like he really was like, oh shit, I fucked up. Oh wow. Let me stop getting excited though, because they're still scaring me.
It'll back up and try again. It'll get the cover in and then let go. And at that point, it thinks that it has successfully put it in place. It'll go ahead and give it a little extra push just to make sure it's fully seated.
All right.
The 360 rotations are funny. They're there for a very particular reason, which is efficiency, right? So Atlas can turn around faster, can turn its head. It wants to look something behind its head, and it can just turn the head. Atlas is faster at moving back and forth because it has that 360 motion.
Boston Dynamics has a very long history in robotics, and in particular legged robots. And in bipeds alone, we've been working on them for probably over 15 years. But we really designed it to be a very high performance machine. And so we're interested in, again, being able to explore the very frontier of what's physically possible in humanoids. And everything, all the infrastructure they built around doing that, I think is a real accelerant that shows itself through the performance of Atlas already.
I'm biased. For me, it's the pinnacle of humanoids today. It's capable of all of the agility that HD Atlas had, but probably even more than HD Atlas.
Well, wait a minute. So from the other angle, let me tell you what just disturbed me. From the other angle, it looked like he just pushed the package into the slot, right? That motherfucker punched it. He punched it. He was like, but it was a sideways punch. He punched it into the slot. He punched that. Don't perch me, robot. I ain't trying to get hit by a metal hand. Look like I got some weight behind that. All right, pushing forward in our science and technology news. Wait, am I in the right spot? Yep, I'm in the right spot. Apologize for that. All right. Are they gonna make me pay for some shit? Here we go with them. All right. Well, this article was at the at the Washington Post, but we can't read it. The headline does say, inside the scientific quest to reverse human aging, can reprogramming our genes make us young again? A breakthrough in longevity research may be nearing its first human trials. Oh, Lord, human trials sounds scary. What I'm going to do is, thank you to everyone watching. I am going to put that link in the chat. I'm also going to put it in the Facebook chat, but I'm going to have to do that separately for some reason. My comments don't go through. I can see you guys if you guys comment. Okay. So that is the link. I'm dropping it in Discord General. It is also in the Gems and Jam Show tab, but this is what I was going to read tonight. So if anybody's interested, the link is for you there. We're going to move forward. We're moving forward. See how I did that? See, I fixed it. Okay, we're going to talk about it, but we have to read it first. Here we go. Moving forward, this article is at indie100.com. Thank you, Shadow, so much for putting together the science technology segment and the space news. Thank you, Shadow. Massive ocean discovered beneath the earth, containing more water than on the surface. This video, I'm not sure if it's relevant, but they tried it with that ad. We're just going to let that go on ahead and run real quick, and I'm going to run my mouth. So what do you guys think about nobody? Look, that side punch was crazy. Yeah. Wake up next week if they hit me with a metal hand. You damn right, sis. I'm waiting for this ad to pass, you guys, so I can talk about this article. I'm trying to see if it's relevant. All right. Looks like it might be. So let me get this screen pulled right back up for you guys. Shadow is doing updates on his new phone. He thinks that he'll be able to join after. We're not in space news yet, but Shadow puts together the space news. So here we go, you guys. According to this article at indie100.com, massive ocean discovered beneath the Earth's crust containing more water than on the surface. I'm going to play this video. I'm not sure about its relevance, but hey, shit happens. Let's see. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So, they're not giving us any information in that video. It reads this. It feels like there have been staggering science stories emerging every other day recently, all of which have blown our tiny little minds. First, there was the discovery of a terrifying black hole pointing right at us. Then there was a huge hole found in the sun and a missing continent found after going missing for 375 years. Now people are only realizing that, why did they spell it like that? It's spelled wrong. Now people are only just realizing that there's a massive ocean hidden under Earth's crust. It turns out that there's a huge supply of water 400 miles underground stored in a rock known as ringwoodite. Scientists previously discovered that water is stored inside mantle rock in a sponge-like state, which isn't a liquid, solid, or gas, but instead a fourth state. The scientific paper titled Dehydration Melting on the Top of the Lower Mantle, quote unquote, was published in 2014 and laid out the findings. Quote, The ringwoodite is like a sponge soaking up water. There's something very special about the crystal structure of ringwoodite that allows it to extract hydrogen and trap water, end quote, said geophysicist Steve Jacobson at the time. Quote, this mineral can contain a lot of water under conditions of the deep mantle, added Jacobson, who was part of the team behind the discovery. He added, I think we're finally seeing evidence for a whole Earth water cycle, which may help explain the vast amount of liquid water on the surface of our habitable planet. Scientists have been looking for this missing deep water for decades. Scientists made the findings at the time after studying earthquakes and discovering that seismometers were picking up shock waves under the surface of the Earth. From that, they were able to establish that the water has been being held in the rock known as ringwoodite. If the rock contained just 1% water, it would mean that there's 3 times more water under the surface of the Earth than there is the oceans on the surface. It's not the only significant discovery made by scientists recently either. In fact, researchers found an entirely new ecosystem when turning over volcanic crust. We reported on that with the aid of an underwater robot, showing that even now nature has many more secrets to unearth. Baby, we have rediscovered the movement in ions in water. They found a whole city underwater. They found a continent underwater. They found an ecosystem. They've been finding creatures that they're saying are alien-like, otherworldly type creatures. There have been so many breakthroughs in science between 2024 and now. Just think about what they've been holding back. They're telling us about a discovery that happened in 2014, and we're learning about it today. Just think about the things that we don't even know about because they don't want to let us know that they were wrong. And so we're living by certain measurements and certain things and what we can eat and what we can't eat, what's good for you, what doesn't, what's not good for you, what provides oxygen, what don't provide oxygen. Some of these things that they teach us have been wrong. And we're all running around like dodos because we don't know what they don't know either. That's what's crazy. Pushing on. Golden scaleless cavefish discovered in China shows evolution in action. The discovery of a golden scaleless fish in helping scientists understand how animals evolved to live in caves. What? What do the caves have to do with the fish? This article is at livescience.com and it's my favorite science site. And now I've got questions. Let's move forward. Underneath this photo, it reads the previously unknown Zingrin goldline fish appears to be evolving for cave life. Researchers have discovered a never before seen golden cavefish in southwestern China that's still evolving to survive underground. This scaleless fish is previously unknown species of golden lionfish, which are found in and around Chinese caves. The discovery, therefore, offers scientists a window into the evolution of these unusual cave-dwelling creatures. They don't live in water at all. Uh-oh. Some golden lionfish have lost their scales and eyes, a part of adaptations to cave life. There's no point having eyes if it's too dark to see anything. The newfound species, which the researchers named the Jingren golden lionfish after the city close to where it was found, has large eyes but no scales, suggesting it's still evolving to suit its conditions, according to the study. Previous research suggested that the golden lionfish moved into caves when China was drying up, so there was less water outside towards the end of the Miocene epoch, 23 million to 5.3 million years ago. and the Pliocene epoch 5.3 to 2.6 million years ago by examining the evolutionary history of golden line fish. The study authors found that Zingrin and others like it lost their scales during the Pleistocene 2.6 million years to 11,700 years ago, similar to when some members of the group supposedly started losing their eyes. This further suggests that most cave fishes may not have lived in cave ecosystems for more than a few million years, the researchers wrote in the study. Thus, together with the eyes and scales, the researchers wrote in. Wait, what? Thus, together the eyes and scales, we hypothesize that the new species may be undergoing a gradual evolutionary process towards caves. This video is going to be played in fair use. Cave fish. See you in a second, Shadow. What the hell? Let's see, y'all. The extinct fish is the closest known relative to the ancestors of limbed animals. It's possible it could even walk underwater. Scientists investigated fossils of a 375 million year old fish known as Tikatakalaka rose. It was discovered in 2004. You know, these go fast. I'm not going to get that right. He's talking. What he say? Because that music, they're trying to get you with the music. Hold on.
Had scales and fins.
All right, he's talking. What are you talking
Link
about?
between fish.
Excuse me, sir. What'd you say?
From Canada. The fossilized bones of Tiktaalik show
Tiktaalik,
language of northern Canada. The fossilized bones of Tiktaalik show just how much it is a missing link between fish and animals. It had scales and fins like a fish, but its bones are very similar to ours of our bodies today. This is the shoulder bone, and you can see the socket where the arm fitted in. This, although it's short and stubby, is the humerus, the bone of the upper arm here. These two are the radius and ulna, the two bones of the lower arm. There are wrist bones here, but instead of fingers, because it not yet evolved properly, there are rays like the fins of a fish.
It's one of those fossils that shows us a stage where we've acquired some of the features of a major group, but not all of them. So in a sense, it's equivalent to that proto-bird called Archaeopteryx, which has got some features of reptiles. It's got a long tail, it's got teeth and so on. But it's also got feathers and wings, so it's got bird features as well. So it's that kind of combination of characters.
Wow. Well, wow. Whoa. They have fish that live in caves, y'all. And I was today years old when I found that out. And the proper name was Tiktaalik. At least that's what the man said. All right. So this article here is at interestingengineering.com. Watch Unitree G1 humanoid robot kick baton mid-spin in 720-degree turn. Master combat moves. G1 trains NVIDIA's Isaac simulator, mastering skills through reinforcement learning before seamlessly transferring them to the real world. Uh-oh, here we go, Ms. T. Chinese robotics firm Unitree has released yet another video displaying the agility and balance of its compact humanoid robot G1. A 15-second clip shows a human with a baton retreating as a robot swiftly kicks it from its hand, all while executing a 723-degree turn in the process. Just a week ago, Unitree Robotics showcased G1's attempt to master kung fu moves. Now the new clip shows it's facing off against a human and winning. Winning! In my Charlie Sheen voice. Hold on, you guys. Oh, they're trying to get us. Unitree is continuously upgrading G1's algorithm, allowing it to learn and execute various movements. The latest update enhances its balance and expands its range of motion. Hurry up, damn ad. Oh, that looks good. What is it? What's the new Snow White? We got new Snow White coming? Oh, yeah, yeah. I gotta go see that in 40X. Oh, I need to get my neck brace. Go see that in 40X. That thing whip you around, baby. All right, let's see what this says. There he is.
Imagine a battlefield where the enemy is left blind, deaf, and disorientated. Radars jammed, communications severed. Sophisticated electronics reduced to useless hardware. Precision-guided missiles lose their targets, and commanders are unable to coordinate their troops. What force could achieve such dominance? The answer lies in the world of electronic warfare, embodied by the formidable EA-18G Growler. This cutting-edge aircraft is designed to take control of the electromagnetic spectrum, rendering enemy defenses ineffective. By jamming radars, disrupting communications, and neutralizing enemy sensors, the Growler ensures that friendly forces can move undetected and strike with precision. It doesn't just suppress threats, it rewrites the rules of engagement, turning the enemy's reliance on technology into a liability.
All right, so here's a Unitree robot. That was some other stuff. I couldn't stop. I was actually enthralled. I was actually back here looking like, I don't think it's right to be selling the idea of the military weapons to the public. We can't do nothing about it. What y'all want? Our funds? Can't do nothing about that. Here we go. Here's the Kung Fu bot, y'all. No. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like, no. I already said I don't want to get hit by metal hands. So why does a robot need to know Kung Fu? Why does a robot need Bruce Lee Roboto? Why does a robot need to know Kung Fu? I don't need it. I don't need this in my life. I don't know what's happening. The world has lost its mind. All right, you guys, we're going to go to our regular normal break. This break allows us to refresh our device, check a text. Don't answer the phone. Check a text, grab a snack, get something to drink, post some drink, whatever it is, do that. Scratch your ass. Do that. We'll be back right after these messages from our wonderful collaborator, Columbo Black.
If I had 24 hours to live, I'd slap Trump, make Michelle Obama president, but only if she won't. Hit the gentleman's club and throw 20s at the dances. Pick it back up when I leave, I'm that scandalous. Drive my Ferrari down Sunset, then park in the middle of the street and start dancing. If the cops come, I'ma speed off, I'm very cavalier. With 24 hours left to live, take my helicopter, then land it in the projects. Start giving Rolexes to all of the toddlers. Give them reparations, generational wealth. But they gotta implement a no-kill rule. 24 hours, I'm knowing exactly what I will do. I Got a butterscotch Bentley, it got seats the color parsnips. At the Intercontinental, gave the concierge a large tip. My coffee table cost me $28K with change. Yeah, all that to say we are not in the same lane, fam. Golly, it's so sweet when your money's stacking, and the woman with you is slim, thick, and stunning fabric. Apricot Alfa Romero, the interior's a honey shade. I'm standing on my balcony, giggling at your funny way. In my dreams, I have the ability to fly. That's a cruel joke. Now I dream with my eyes open. I've been seen in the sky floating. I think I can see my house from here. In the valley of death, the Lord said I shouldn't have an ounce of fear. He's the staff and the rod. They gon' say that's pause worthy, you bastards. On Redondo Beach Pier, I'm eating catfish or cod in a vintage fashion.
I threw my troubles to the wind.
Hey yo,
I threw my troubles to the wind.
I'm less than unimpressed with what you call my peers. All movement forward is not progress. Those low frequency brands are not concepts. Can all compromise artists please raise their hands? We need a head count. Street niggas are podcasting now. I never want to hear I keep it real out your damn mouth. But are we not all in this for the views and the damn clout? Look, how am I a starving artist with a full belly? No paperwork in your hand, but you stay rapping about who's telling. Look, it's not my business, just some art from a humble civilian, remembered for putting his heart in a bunch of his scriptures. A name he called himself was Guggenheim III, a biblical sensibility when he utilizes words. I'm used to hearing the word prolific when descriptions are issued. In those same conversations, they don't mention you. Everything goes now, Everything that glitters is gold, wow. Very little skill is being shown, how? My narrative differs from these caricatures. We rather let our intelligence glisten, they embarrassing niggas. Man, the narrative deepens as the page turns. Yeah, I'm casually chiefing and the brain stirs. It's 3 a.m. and I'm heaving all these raw rhymes, trying to make the greatest rap of all time. You know, I just got it out.
I threw my troubles to the wind. I threw my troubles to the wind. My heart
skill still appears
is wide open.
That's right. Come away with me. I like that shot here. I'm going right here. Yeah. We had enough of the city. Wherever I go, I want you with me. Whenever we go, I hope it's chilly. You my favorite blanket. Miles away from the gaze of strangers. Explore love in faraway places. The moon reflecting off a darker shade is way amazing. Yeah, barefoot we walk through a grotto with a bottle with something bubbly. Such intellect in our discussions. I'm sapiosexual, so I love it. Nothing matters but now. Let your hair down, let me wash it for you. Massage your scalp, I'll apply the proper oil. You'll be dandruff free, getting lots of loving. Brazilian jazz set the mood, we'll do lots of rubbing. Argentina, awful scenic, scarf from Neiman's. I caught her at the mall with her peoples. The day I met her, I took her on my jet for a getaway. No bags, we shopped when we landed. The linen's great. She tickled my fancy, sensuous dancing. Plus she mentioned my handsome. Flattery will get you everywhere. She's so enchanting. Come away with me, I demand it. Come away with me. Road Gallery. ColumboBlack.com. That's another crunchy tune, Shahi. Yeah, I dig that.
Love gonna shine. Come away.
Surrounded by heavy hitters. David Buffer. I've been privileged.
I'll be trying to put me in it. I'll be putting me in it, Prize. How you gonna put me in it? Dang. I'm just trying to do my thing on the break. I was just trying to have a piece of chicken. How you gonna try to put me in it like that? I didn't do nothing. Mm-mm. All right, you guys, we are back. I'm back. We are back. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching Gems and Jam Show. I broke up what's supposed to happen right now because it's Pride's fault. We're going into space news. Of course, we got to give it to the sponsors first. Be right back.
If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't forget, remind yourself what you're able to overcome. Develop a hunger and courage to pursue your goals. Never give up on your hopes and dreams. You're more powerful than you think you are. Be inspired with Kimani, a motivational clothing brand taking pride in how far you've come and how far you can go. Step into your greatness and wear it proudly. Yeah. Body sensations. Each of our infused products helps with muscle soreness and stiffness, achiness and fatigue, and even restless leg syndrome. They're also great for relaxation and stress relief. The Body Zen line is a must-add to your self-care regimen and a favorite among the chronic illness community. Place your order today by texting or calling Nikki at 424-390-2785. That's 424-390-2785. Zelle or Cash App is accepted. Have you been busting your tail? Co-workers, life, kids, things in general getting on your nerves and you need to relax? Well, say no more. Get your relaxation on with Mayflower Bubble Bath. A variety of fragrances will take you to your most exotic places in your mind. Fill your bathtub with the bubbles of your dreams. Mayflower Bubble Bath. It's that time we get into space news.
It's that time we get into space news. All right, you guys. According to this article at space.com, DNA busting radiation from star killing, get off of my screen, supernova could have influenced evolution on Earth. But it's insane that something is from space. We can have that kind of impact on our electronics. So we're thinking, okay, how does that have a potential impact on other aspects of our life? End quote. This is a photo that someone named Robert Lee made on Canva. I do? Oh, shoot. Well, when they asked me to do that voiceover, they wanted me to use my buttery, silky voice. So I used my buttery, silky voice. Facts. Calls move fast, so you keep hearing voicemail. Space news. All right. This cichlid fish in Lake Tanganyika never knew what was coming. How they? A star from dozens of light years away was to blame for what could soon happen. Cosmic rays from a nearby supernova would soon ray down on unsuspecting cichlids, tearing apart their DNA, causing the fish to mutate, opening the door for myriad viruses to infect their population, or so we think anyway. That's a scenario posited by a team led in former University of California, Santa Cruz undergraduate Caitlin Nogery. Ain't our Caitlin. This video is going to be played in fair use. During her studies of astrophysics, Nogery became fascinated with cosmic rays, showers of high-energy particles deep from deep space, and their efforts on Earth. Nogery cites a 2003 Belgian election that went haywire due to a cosmic ray as one of she cites this, sorry, my bad. She cites a cosmic ray as one of her early interests. In that case, a cosmic ray is thought to have caused a slight flip in the electronic voting system, incorrectly adding votes to the tally. Wow. Quote, it's insane that something from space can have that kind of impact on our electronics, end quote. No, it isn't. Notary told space.com. So we're thinking, okay, how does that have a potential impact on their aspects of our life? That question initiated her research with UC Santa Cruz professor Enrico Ramirez Ruiz, a postdoctoral fellow, Noeme Globus. Quote, our project was to model the propagation of cosmic rays from supernova sources to their potential impacts on life on Earth, Notary explained. One particular supernova caught the attention of Nogery and colleagues. A study dating from iron-60, an isotope of iron that is a byproduct of supernovas in the seafloor, indicated that a nearby supernova likely bombarded the Earth with cosmic rays some 2.5 million years ago. Simulating the supernova with computer models, the team suggested that the radiation from this stellar explosion pummeled our planet for around 100,000 years after the event. The radiation was potentially strong enough to break apart DNA. That was calming. It was beautiful. Quote, but we're not biologists, laughed Nogery. Thus, the team dug into biology for clues, and that's when they came across a 2024 study about the cichlids in Lake Tanganyika. Not only is Lake Tanganyika Africa's largest and deepest lake, but it is also one of the world's 20 most ancient lakes, having formed between 9 million and 12 million years ago. Lake Tanganyika is perhaps known best by scientists for its incredible biodiversity. More than 2,000 species live in the lake, including some 250 types of cichlids. With its ancient age and rich biodiversity, Lake Tanganyika is an evolutionary dream. In 2003 study ended about 2.5 million years ago, cichlids, I don't know if I'm saying it right, I don't know this damn fish, underwent rapid species diversification, which might have impacted virus evolution in the lake too. This is interesting, as Lake Tanganyika's fish are disproportionately affected by viruses compared to other fish. Those particular fish, the cichlids. That 2.5 million year time frame coincides with the Nodri supernova, supporting the theory that DNA busting radiation might be responsible for the diversity of the cichlids and their associated viruses. There could have been other factors, but it's definitely interesting, Nodri pointed out. Of course, there needs to be far more research to prove this is a case of causation rather than mere correlation, but that research is plausible. Quote, you could expect to see diversification potentially in places as well, in other places as well. Nodri, now looking to continue her studies of astrophysics at the doctoral level, concluded. So who's ready for a cosmic fishing trip? Cosmic fishing trip. I don't know. But I don't know how that even got in the space news. Oh, because of the supernova. Oh, well, it's still Earth science. All right. Moving forward. Hold on. According to this article at space.com, NASA supercomputer finds billions of cosmic the Milky Way shape. The universe seems to like spirals. We found that some comets in the cloud form a long-lasting spiral structure. They form a long-lasting spiral structure. Oh, I can't make this big. I was trying to blow it up. Let's get some things off the screen. Underneath this photo, it reads a spiral structure composed of billions of comets in the inner solar system at its heart. Spirals are a repeating theme in astronomy, with arguably the most famous example of a swirling arm structure being our home galaxy, the Milky Way, now using a powerful NASA computer called Pleiades, like the Greek Pleiades. Scientists have discovered yet another spiral structure on the edge of our solar system. Now that makes sense. Okay, a lot of the stars that we look up to have nicknames. They always have a technical name, but a lot of them have nicknames that are Greek based. So it makes sense. The spiral is composed of billions of icy bodies surrounded by a shell of comets called the Oort cloud, even though the Oort cloud lurks at the edge of our own planetary system and is about 99,000 times as wide as the distance between the Earth and the Sun. Scientists have thus far been in the dark about the structure of the Oort cloud. These findings, however, give researchers an important clue about the object. We found that some comets in the inner Oort cloud found between 1,000 AU to 10,000 AU from a long-lasting spiral structure. Luke Dones, study team member and principal scientist at the Southwest Research Institute, told Space.com. The measurement AU stands for astronomical unit, and is one AU is equal to the distance between Earth and Sun. Okay. We were quite surprised. Those continued spirals are seen in Saturn's rings. Disk around young stars and galaxies. The universe seems to like spirals. Though insignificant in comparison to the spiral that forms the structure of the Milky Way, Jones and colleagues found that this Oort cloud icy spiral is roughly 15,000 AU in length. The spiral runs perpendicular or at an angle of 90 degrees to the plane of the Milky Way. This video here is also being played in fair use. My bad. No sound again. All right, yeah, it's jumping. So let me go ahead and refresh. I'm refreshing. I hate when it does that. Hold on. Sorry about that. That is Restream and it got issues. I was interested in that. I'm refreshing this page again too. All right, so only a small fraction of the comets in the Oort cloud are in the spiral domes added, but that's all comets. Ooh, yay.
Chevy Equinox EV gives you.
We just got to let that go on and do what it's doing real quick. It does that. It does that, y'all. That is Restream. That is not me. I do apologize for the inconvenience. They got an ad running. I'm trying to let the ad run. I'm just running my mouth until it's done running. I don't have anything to say. I'm just saying stuff. I do know I need to adjust my volume back because they tried to get me. All right, so we're back at this guy. He's talking again. We're going to get this video right because this is space news.
The beautiful thing about comet hunting is that it lets you imagine that you're physically out there in space. It doesn't require a whole lot of concentration. You can let your mind wander. You can let your mind think that you're in a spaceship of the mind perhaps, out there in space, looking at all or visiting all the objects.
Amateurs who observe comets, amateurs who seek comets, are fundamental to comet exploration. Without amateurs, there would be no comet science, because amateurs discover comets, and we have to thank them for 99% of the discoveries of comets through the ages.
But where does their elusive prey come from?
There are two different populations of comets, the so-called Jupiter family comets, or the short-period comets, and then there are long-period comets.
The vast majority of comets are located in what we call the Kuiper belt, which begins just beyond the orbit of our outermost planet Pluto, and it's a flattened distribution of comets, most of them orbiting in the same direction as the planets are orbiting the sun. And as we go out further and further, this flattened distribution becomes less and less so, and eventually we get to the so-called Oort cloud, which is a spherical distribution of comets surrounding the sun.
And the two different populations of comets have different orbits, different dynamics going on. And there are slight differences between them in terms of what we see. The longer period comets have more volatiles. They're somewhat more tenuous when they first come in, and that's because they haven't been processed as many times as the comets that go around the sun many times close to the sun, and that's the Jupiter family.
But the comets that are now resident in the Oort cloud, which is vastly further out than the Kuiper belt, actually formed interior to those that formed in the Kuiper belt. They formed in the area of Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. They agglomerated there, and then those major planets actually threw them out into the Oort cloud, where they now reside, and then passing stars or the tides from the galactic plane occasionally push them back, and we see a new comet coming in from the Oort cloud, like Hale-Bopp or Hyakutake. It's usually quite a show when we see a new one.
These names, honey.
Those comets that do come in from the Oort cloud can be treacherous beasts, possibly much more dangerous than even the near-Earth asteroids.
The near-Earth asteroids, they're all in orbits of orbital periods of 2, 3, 4 years, that type, and they're all moving in the same direction as the Earth. So when they collide with Earth, it's usually at a velocity of some 20 kilometers per second, which is still enormous. I mean, that's 20 times faster than a bullet shot from a high-speed rifle. But if a comet is coming into the inner solar system, it can actually come in a retrograde orbit and pass by the Earth going in the opposite direction, and impact velocities or encounter velocities can get up to 70 kilometers per second. And of course, the energy goes as the square of the velocity. So while comets aren't nearly as numerous as the near-Earth asteroids, when they do approach Earth, they generally do so at vastly greater velocities and hence energies.
If you don't happen to be standing under one when it hits, no human ever has been as far as we know, comets can be marvelous world builders.
Well, comets
Right,
are
that's
very
what I'm
valuable
saying.
because they're literally.
That's exactly what I'm saying. These names are crazy. Y'all think I'm funny when I say taka taka tiki tika abaka baka liki laka laka. How the hell am I supposed to pronounce this shit? They don't even make a word. That's all I had to say.
Shards from primitive bodies, or they may be themselves primitive objects born with the birth of the planets. And even in the Kuiper Belt, and particularly in the Oort cloud, another factor of 1,000 times farther away than Pluto, these objects have been kept in deep freeze for billions of years, and so they're very well preserved samples of this ancient time.
When they start out, they're very pristine. They consist of volatiles, not only water, but things like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, and methane, and some rocky material. And they come into the inner solar system, and as those volatile things, gases, are heated up by the sun, they erode away.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you another thing. Another thing, okay? It's not just me. Here I go. It's not just me. The space people don't know how to pronounce anything either. Pay attention. We've heard them on several occasions as far as we've been doing this show for 2 years. We've heard them on several occasions call it the Kuiper Belt. We've heard them call it the Kuiper Belt. We heard them call it the Kuiper Belt and the Kuiper Belt, both in this last video that we just played. And also, I call it the Kuiper Belt like anybody else that talks space. So everybody says it differently, and they don't know how to pronounce things either. It's not just me. It is not just me. Moving on in our space news, we've got 2 more articles left, and then we end with entertainment. If my friend is still live doing his DJ channel on Twitch, then we'll be raid. But if not, I'm going to ask everybody to follow DJ Viciously on Twitch. So, look. Mars may have a solid inner core just like Earth. But they just told us that our Earth's crust contained water and a sponge-like atmosphere. So is it solid or is it not solid? Is it spongy? Is it grainy? What? Mars have a solid inner core like Earth. Scientists have identified another possible commonality between Earth and Mars, a solid inner core. Underneath this picture, it reads an artist's concept of seismic waves detected by NASA's InSight mission from Mars quakes traveling through the red planet's core. Image credit NASA, Caltech, University of Maryland. Scientists have identified another possible commonality between Earth and Mars, a solid inner core. New research from the University of Beirut and the European Synchrotron Radiation Facility conducted here on Earth found that iron and sulfur mixture mirroring the red planet's inner core crystallized under high heat and pressure. This suggests that the deep interior of Mars could in fact be solid too. This research contradicts previous studies using Marsquake data from NASA's InSight Mars lander, which supported the belief that the red planet has a liquid core. Many geoscientists also argue that Mars' molten center is too hot and consists of lighter elements like sulfur, making it less likely to solidify. Both. Inner core. The inner core, sis. Oh, wow. All right, we're gonna play this video in fair use. It looks like I'm gonna have to read because that's normally what happens when.
Are you even ready?
Oh no, they no, the hell they ain't trying to get me.
Ready for this?
Shut up. And when I try to mute it,
Probably not.
it clicks me to Universal Hollywood. Oh, they got me messed up. We're not watching that.
We're ready for you.
Get up off my screen. So, using diamond anvil cells, a technique that uses two diamonds to squeeze material to create extreme pressures and laser heating, the researchers subjected iron sulfur samples to extreme conditions resembling the deep interior of Mars. According to an ESRF statement, this in turn created a novel iron sulfide crystal phase called Fe4 plus X S3. Subsequent experiments show that the iron sulfide could crystallize from liquid when it's subjected to lower temperatures within the estimated range of Mars's core. Therefore, if Mars' deep interior were on the cooler side, then a solid core seems perfectly feasible, the researchers said in a statement. Mars and Earth share many similarities, including geographic features like polar ice caps, volcanoes, and canyons. Similarities between Earth and Mars also include a roughly 24-hour day and axial tilt that creates distinct seasons, weather patterns, and a rocky composition. Having a solid core would be yet another characteristic that makes Mars one of the most Earth-like planets in our solar system. While Mars is believed to have once been home to flowering rivers and lakes billions of years ago, much like Earth, the planet has become a cold, dry desert today. Studying Mars' internal structure is key to better understanding this evolution. However, further research is required to determine if the red planet's core is solid or not. The findings were published on February 25th in the journal Nature Communications. Ooh, I almost read that all backwards. And our last article for space news. This is at space.com again. Hubble's telescope discovers a new three-body problem puzzle among Kuiper Belt asteroids. The universe is filled with a range of three-body systems, including the closest stars to Earth, the Alpha Centauri star system, and we're finding out that the Kuiper Belt may be no exception. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has discovered a system of asteroids in the distant Kuiper Belt, maybe triplets, not twins, as previously suspected. If so, the stable trio of icy space rocks would be just the second example of three gravitationally bound space rocks found in the Kuiper Belt, the donut-shaped region of icy bodies that lurk out beyond the orbit of Neptune. This discovery could also challenge our understanding of how Kuiper Belt objects form. Okay, hold on. Hold on, looks like it's ready. Oh, again, no sound. Oh, it was interesting. They need to quit playing with us. We have one more segment after this article. I'm going to rewind the video to the beginning. It was interesting. Hopefully, you guys can hear it now. Let me know.
Kuiper Belt objects, also known as KBOs, are icy remnants from the early solar system located beyond Neptune. There are over 3,000 cataloged KBOs so far, but scientists estimate there could be hundreds of thousands more, each over 10 miles in diameter. The largest KBO is the dwarf planet Pluto. While these distant objects typically don't form their own systems, researchers have likely identified a stable trio of icy space rocks in the Kuiper Belt. This discovery of the Alt-Gira system, made using data from the Keck Observatory in Hawaii and NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, could mark only the second three-body system found in the region. If confirmed, the Alt-Gira system hints at the possibility of more such triple systems awaiting discovery. These formations challenge the idea that collisions in the crowded Kuiper Belt produce such groups. Instead, they support the theory that triplets like these form directly through the gravitational collapse of material in the solar system's early disk, around 4.5 billion years ago. While stars are known to form as pairs or triples through gravitational collapse, researchers are still investigating whether this process applies to Kuiper Belt objects. The Alt-Gira system lies 3.7 billion miles away, or 44 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. Only a fraction of a pixel on Hubble's camera separates the two innermost members. Studying such distant, faint objects orbiting so close together requires patience and persistence. Using Hubble and Keck, scientists observed the system with data spanning over 17 years. This long-term study shows us Hubble's incredible value to astronomy. After more than 30 years in space, Hubble can revisit objects days, weeks, months, or even decades later, helping us uncover the mysteries of the universe, one observation at a time.
It's not enough. Sorry. It's not enough. It ain't enough. We still listen. We still don't know about our own damn planet. They better leave space alone. So that concludes Space News. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching Gems and Jam Show. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. We have one last segment of the night. We are ending with our entertainment.
If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and react any way you would choose. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need you to go ahead and slap that follow button. Why don't you two-piece that like and subscribe over there on YouTube? And don't forget.
Yep. And if you choose to share, please make sure that you place in your captions adults only. Please also remember to always keep the trigger warning with you at all times. Okay, some topics may be triggering. Okay, so actor Simon Fisher Becker, known for Harry Potter and Doctor Who, has passed away at the age of 63. I do not recognize this man, but y'all might. I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. I don't know him. All right. Simon Fisher Becker, a British character actor who had roles in notable projects like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and Doctor Who, has passed away. He was 63 years old. Fisher Becker's husband, Tony Dugdale, said in a post on Facebook that he passed away on Sunday. Dugdale did not disclose any additional details about his cause of passing. Kim Berry, Fisher Becker's agent at Jaffrey Management, also confirmed Fisher Becker's passing to CNN in a statement. I got no idea. But those are two huge movies that, and I watched a lot of Doctor Who. I don't know that man. So this guy, Simon Fisher Becker, a British actor who played in Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, and Doctor Who that I do not recognize. Sorry, Lord. Has passed away at the age of 63. Moving on in our entertainment news. I don't know why, but I picked this article up. According to this article here at the Hollywood Reporter, tent poles are just the beginning inside Disney's plan for multi-platform advertising dominance. Disney is selling streaming ad packages around Oscar winner Honora, while the upcoming women's college basketball tournament is seeing NFL-like buys. Last week, executives at the Walt Disney Company, who were still riding high, I don't know, I already said I didn't know. Last week, executives at the Walt Disney Company were still riding high from this year's Oscar telecast. Final numbers from Nielsen revealed that the show averaged 19.7 million viewers, perhaps not the ratings bonanza from a decade ago. They left the A out of ago. It just says from a decade ago. Who wrote this? I'm going to read it the way it's written, okay? Last week, executives at the Walt Disney Co. were still riding high from this year's Oscars telecast. Final numbers from Nielsen revealed that the show averaged 19.7 million viewers, perhaps not the ratings bonanza from a decade ago. But numbers that put the awards show in a lead company with only the NFL. John Campbell, Senior Vice President of Streaming Brand Solutions for Disney, also notes that the Oscars, for the first time ever, outperformed both the Grammy Awards and the Super Bowl in terms of social conversations. Really? Because I ain't really talked much about the Oscars. A little bit, but not much. Live event tempos have been a staple of media and entertainment companies practically since the beginning. But in recent years, companies have honed in on a new strategy. One, in live events are the tempo of the flagship, but also a starting point to build out one broader array of advertising offerings across linear TV streaming, digital platforms, and social media. Y'all expect to see a lot of Disney ads everywhere, basically, is what they're telling us. We cannot escape. They are going to be everywhere. Moving on. Now, this article here was sad to me. I'm going to tell you why it's sad, right? After I read it. According to CNN, Brian Luttrell tears up after his son Bailey's American Idol audition. Brian Luttrell is a member of, I think it's the Backstreet Boys, okay? Brian Luttrell's son is making his own path in the music industry, and he wants it that way. Bailey Luttrell, the 22-year-old son of Backstreet Boys member, made his dad proud with his recent American Idol audition. The younger Luttrell was clocked early on by new judge Carrie Underwood, who said he looked familiar before the singer shared the identity of his famous father. Luttrell then went on to talk about opening for the group as a child and witnessing his father's career and popularity. Quote, "When you're a kid, you're not afraid," he said, performing as an open act for the Backstreet Boys. But when you start to get a little bit older, especially a teenager, you kind of get intimidated. At least I was. His father understands. Now, I'm not reading all this whole thing. Horrible grammar from that newspaper, sis. So, I'm going to tell you guys why my emotions are funny reading this, okay? I don't know, it's different, but I'm tell you how it should be, okay? Contests like American Idol should be for the people that don't have access. It should be for the people that are really fighting to make it and having a hard time. They got this wonderful voice and they have no connections. They don't know how to make a connect. They don't know how to get in the industry, but they know how to sing or dance or whatever competition they're in. It's not supposed to be for the children of celebrities who have connects. Now, this is sad because Backstreet Boys was huge. Kind of questions who's in power. Is he trying to protect his son from stuff, or did he lose his rank in the music industry somehow? Look at him. It looks washed up. It looked like, hey, I just climbed out the trailer park and go make my son a star so I can get that kind of money again. Like, we try to get back. It's still sad. Because he posted, even without his dad's help, that little boy is supposed to be connected and know other people. We're supposed to leave these type of things for the upcomers. That backstory alone, being who his father is. Oh, yeah, it was a surprise at the end of the show, my big foot. That backstory alone already is an end to the door. It's an entrance. Okay, it grants him access to the public, to be seen in the public. He already had keys to certain doors. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, I think he took away from someone else. Yes, they push their kids in the industry, but when you already have been there and stuff, you got your own connects, you're part of a group as big as Backstreet Boys, this is not supposed to happen. It's not right. He is taking a spot from somebody that's probably even more deserving. Backstreet was a million years ago, but it's sad his father has no connection. Maybe, yeah, something isn't right. Because you have people that are still connected. I mean, look at the Carters, and I don't mean Jay-Z, I mean the white Carters, the other ones, okay, the boy band Carters. That's who the Paul brothers remind me of. I don't know why, but they do. All right, so we're going to move a little bit further in our entertainment segment, and that will conclude Gems and Jam Show once we're done with this segment. Backstreet was a million years ago. His father has no connection. They don't care. A talented person will never have a chance. Honey, no. Not a million years. It is sad, and it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's cool. It's too much like a little bit of nepotism. I mean, could have used it the right way. Use it, baby. Holla at somebody. You know, check this out. Come on over. We having a barbecue and then let the baby perform or something. I don't know, but I don't think that's right. He would do like Will Smith and Willow the situation. He should have. At 22, he should have already been out there. That's late in the game to be starting. But hey, a lot of people start a little late. When you come from that background, that's late. It's late in the game. What they say, he did opening acts for the Backstreet Boys. He's already like, that is not fair. That's just not fair. All right, you guys, guess what? This concludes Gems and Jam Show. I'm not sure if Ego is still here, if he's going to run a movie in our server, but movie night in the official King Pain server is up and stuck. We'll be there. Don't ask me because I don't know what we're watching yet. I'm going to end this thing and search for a movie, and then we're going to go. That's how we're going to do. Okay, I'm a little bit late, but the show ran over. I'm sure everybody over there will understand. See y'all in a minute. Next Gems and Jam Show is Thursday. Tomorrow is game night on all the Too Persuasive channels. Meet us for game night, you guys. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to the replay gang. If you made it this far, say something in the after comments. Say something on Facebook. Welcome back, Facebook. I really don't know where y'all went, but hey, welcome back. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for game night, God willing, okay? Have a great night. This concludes Gems and Jam Show. Peace out. Movie starting OKP Theater immediately, y'all. Bye.
nice you got me in a different type of mood. Feeling myself up, thinking about you. I just can't stop. Got you inside, get me high. I'm open wide, thinking about your side. We gotta just let it go. Talk yourself into letting